Well, hello everyone. Good morning. I'm Aston. I'm one of the co-founders of 1821 Man-Made. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm really grateful and honored to have all of you with me from my home here in Austin, Texas. And we're just super excited to be making our Salon-Centric debut this month. So again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you to Salon-Centric for hosting. I plan on taking some time today to introduce you to the 1821 brand and our products. And feel invited as we go throughout this to type a question, ask a question, leave a comment. We'd love to hear your feedback, your thoughts, how you're feeling about the brand, and happy to kind of take some time at the end to answer any questions that you may have. So also one last thing here, stay along with me until the end because we will be giving away some 1821 products. So if let's just go ahead and get started then. Yeah, okay, perfect. Well, 1821, what do we do as a brand? Well, it's very simple, actually. We offer top shelf grooming goods for the aspiring gentleman. And the logic really is that a well-groomed man feels gentlemanly, they feel self-assured, and ultimately that translates into confidence, which helps them take on the day. So 1821, we feel like we exist to empower barbers, stylists, and men alike through professional grade grooming products and lifestyle wisdom. Now, although we do design our products for gentlemen, they can be enjoyed, beloved, and gifted by anyone. So definitely not something that's limited to the gents, everyone. So why might someone want to buy 1821 products? Well, I think it first of all has a lot to do with the brand aesthetic. As we run through things, you'll see that we have some pretty fun packaging. Everything feels premium, it feels substantial, it feels one of a kind, it feels elevated, it feels uncommon. And we have this a bit of booziness to the brand, right? That's actually kind of originated from our namesake 1821. The 1821 is an homage to the amendments that bookended the beginning and the end of the American Prohibition. And so this is a brand whose aesthetic is inspired by those bootleggers, those rule breakers who, when people really, really wanted booze, they made sure that people had access to it, even if it was all under the table. So that booziness, that tobacco, that sometimes feeling of speakeasy or dimly lit lounges that we might refer to with our scents, all of that is an homage to the spirit of Prohibition era bootleggers. Now, another thing I think that's really important, why people might be attracted to the brand or why they might want to buy it for themselves or even gift it to someone, is that it's really obvious that it's crafted to suit his needs, right? All of us have had experience with a lot of different professional brands. You know, this isn't a brand that really exists, to serve the needs of her or women, which is what a lot of the professional brands do out there really well. And sometimes those brands just happen to have a few products for the guys and kind of hope that they work. Well, this is purposefully and intently something that we really thought about the needs of the gents and what is something that would make them feel special, look and feel their best, and put all of our thoughts into something that we hope they would enjoy. Now, as a brand, I think if this was something you were to bring into your shop, you might find that not only is it very ownable, but it's very giftable, right? Gifting someone a bottle of shampoo or a styling product or a hairspray doesn't always feel special, but with 1821 it does. And you might find that as soon as you add this into your retail area, that you have guests coming in like, oh, you sell whiskey now, you offer beer, like tell me about that. Or, you know, when you're shampooing someone at the bowl and those aromas start to kind of get out into the atmosphere and people are taking all those in, it's, you know, what is that smell? Tell me about that. And so it's kind of instinctively masculine, but also very, very interesting. So great conversation starter, 1821. Now, something that's really important to us, because we have a long history of supporting professionals and even have a history of being professionals within the business, is our commitment to professional grade performance. Because ultimately, I don't think that a product by itself is just professional, right? Ultimately, I think you earn that by offering professionals a product that they feel like they can lend their authenticity to. So if that's a product that maybe feels unique and uncommon and special, that could be a reason why you want to put your authority on it. But really, it's going to be performance, because every time that you recommend a product to your guest, every time you use a product to style their hair or care for the integrity of their hair, you're looking for that professional grade performance. So you can lend your authenticity, your authority as a professional to the brand, and that's how a brand becomes professional. And so something that you'll notice with the 1821 products is a really, really high standard for performance, right? Now, why might someone actually, if you brought this into your shop, want to buy it, right? I think, again, it's that packaging, it's that scent, it's that performance, it's that, again, uncommon, special. Everything about it just screams something. This is really, really unique. And so before I get any further into actually running through each product, which is something I want to do for you, I'll run through each product and I'll tell you what it is, I'll tell you who it's for, I'll tell you how it works. Just want to invite you to maybe give us a follow, because on socials, you'll notice that if you visit 1821 on Instagram or Facebook, we're really easy to find us at 1821 Manmade. And start scrolling through our feed. You'll find this really high quality, unique to 1821 creative, lots of great education, gentleman's tips, style wisdom, lifestyle wisdom, fun things that maybe not are always hair related. How to toast at a Zoom wedding, how to shine your shoes, how to organize your winter wardrobe, and things like that. But definitely things that if you're reposting, you're visiting, you're sharing on your own feed, that your guests will also find interesting and engaging, and help kind of connect them deeper with yourselves and with the brand. So please give us a follow, and I hope you enjoy the content. So let's just get into the products that Salon Centric is offering to you right now. And I will start with the Man-Made Wash. So Man-Made Wash, you'll notice first and foremost, very, very boozy, right? This is an 18-ounce packaging vessel. This is inspired by a vintage whiskey flask. And there are actually 3 different sizes, and there's 3 different scents, so I'll run through each one. But the 18-ounce is really mostly going to be your retail product. And then the 32-ounce, which is also available in all of the scents. This is great for back bar. Does it come with a pump? Yes, it comes with a pump. If you decide to retail these, do you need to offer a pump to your guests? No, because it has a nice disc cap, so really easy for them to use at home as well. Not just for back bar, also great for somebody who just really loves 1821 and wants more of it in their shower, right? I will say that as somebody who co-founded this brand, every time I use it, it's cool. It feels cool, it feels fun. It's just something different, having a bottle of whiskey in the shower with you. And then also, if you have guests that just want to, maybe they're not so sure, they just want to give it a shot, give it a try, give it a taste, even a blind tasting, we have this 3.4-ounce Man-Made Wash. Now this one is only available in the sweet tobacco scent, and we will have it available in the other scents soon. So just kind of keep a lookout for that. And thank you everyone for bringing on the comments. I love that. Thank you so much. Let's start with sweet tobacco Man-Made Wash. So Man-Made Wash, very simply, is a shampoo and conditioner for the beard, hair, and body. So this is something that anyone can use just from head to toe to get them a gentle cleansing, right? It's not going to dry the skin out, give you that kind of dry, tight, itchy, like whose skin is this feel? This is something that's gentle, and your skin doesn't feel agitated. It just feels clean. It's going to give you conditioning for the hair and for the skin, but it's going to do so without being greasy or heavy or weighted. So this isn't a conditioner where all your hair is going to be weighed down and you're going to see your scalp and your skin is going to feel greasy. Again, very, very lightweight. But also this product has an ingredient called quinoa and another ingredient called wheat amino acids. You're probably familiar with these ingredients as pros, but quinoa is a great ingredient for strengthening the cortex. So as damage happens and those holes get punched in the cortex, quinoa naturally has 16 of the 18 amino acids that are found in the hair fiber. And we positively charge the quinoa, so it attracts to the negatively charged damage. So what you have here is something that as gentlemen are using the product, it's making their hair stronger, it's making it more flexible, it's helping with those elasticity or your breakage issues. It'll help color uptake better, it'll help color retain better. So this is a nice treatment for the hair. Now that wheat amino acid, that helps with the cuticle hair, right? So keeping it smooth hair flows nicely, smooth cuticle, look shiny, sulfate-free, paraben-free product. Now let's move on to the scent, right? The scent. I think that might be what we're known for the best is these bespoke, custom, luxurious scents, right? I think scent is one thing that people really connect with emotionally. And so you might have experienced this yourself, right? You're kind of driving down the road and you get a whiff of fresh cut grass and all of a sudden you're like 6 years old, playing in the yard again. And so scent is something that can really transport you somewhere. So a lot of gentlemen's products have that kind of mint, tea tree, peppermint, menthol vibe. And that's great. That has its purpose. It's best for, oily skin or irregular scaling, or in some cases, even dandruff. But we really wanted this scent to be an escape, to feel nostalgic and kind of transport somebody somewhere. And so I'll start with the sweet tobacco since that's our original. And I really encourage you, there's no smell-o-vision here, so I can tell you about it, but I can't really, get it on your nose. So I would say just, drop by your closest lawn-centric store, get your nose on these, bring some home, introduce it to your guests. I really can promise you that they're going to love it far more than less. Now, sweet tobacco. What is a sweet tobacco scent? We really loved this idea of, masculine experiences, right? So the sweet tobacco scent gives you this feeling, this image of, kind of sipping a whiskey sour or a honeybee, it's your favorite kind of dimly lit speakeasy. And you get these kind of notes of wood in the air. You get these notes of pipe tobacco, maybe. You get this sweet honey and citrus of a fine cocktail. And so sweet tobacco feels like a night out. That's what it feels like. Like this is the one where if you're going to go out, gear up with that, right? And you'll get those notes of saffron, you'll get some citrus, you'll get that manuka honey, kind of a powdery musk, and a tobacco leaf. Now moving on to spiced vanilla. Spiced vanilla also exists within the tobacco family, but spiced vanilla is far more of a cozy scent, where sweet tobacco is more of a charismatic scent. And so spiced vanilla gives you this feeling of maybe you're in your library or you're near a fireplace or you're kind of chilling on a bearskin rug or something like that. Like it feels very cozy. It feels very warm. And so this has notes of ginger and vanilla and creamy tonka and sandalwood and tobacco leaves. And so, but the two really strong notes here are going to be that spicy vanilla mixed with a nice tobacco. So when I think of this one, I think of cozy. I think of like enjoying a brandy and kind of reading your favorite leather-bound edition, And then Noble Oud. Noble Oud is one of our newest scents. I like to describe this one as a kingly scent. You're like, what is a kingly scent? This is something that kind of transports you to like a Middle Eastern palace, right? You get these notes of like bergamot, citrus. You can kind of almost like see the textures of velvet and marble and like rich woods. Now the oud itself is commonly referred to as liquid gold. So this is definitely our richest scent, and one that is really great for year round. I love this scent. I can't say it enough. It's like if I was being knighted, this is what I would want it to smell like, the Noble Oud. I love the Noble Oud. So moving on to, let's move on to styling products. Yeah, all right. So styling products, we'll start with clay. Now clay, you should be able to all see this. Yeah, I'm gonna get the angle right. Clay has like a clayish texture to it, but it's soft and it's whipped. So if you're to dig your finger in there, sorry, I always use my middle finger. It's just a habit. I'm not trying to say anything. It actually has a like soft whipped consistency, right? Let's see if I can get this right. There we go. So as you're kind of applying the clay, you see how easy it spreads, right? Well, that means it spreads easy around your fingers, but it also spreads easy into the hair. Now, what is clay? What's its characteristics? What's it do? Who's it for? I'll tell you all that now. First thing, it's water soluble. I can wipe that off with just a wet rag. Clay is very simply a product with a matte finish and a medium hold, okay? So this is going to be great for anybody who wants to thicken their hair up. They want maybe a rough texture, an active texture. They don't want shine. They want something that feels very kind of natural in their hair. It's great for those guests who are afraid of styling product. Don't put anything in my hair. They will like the clay. It feels very natural. Also really good for somebody who has fine or thinning hair, right? And that's a lot of us. A lot of us have fine or thinning hair. This is a 2-ounce jar, and these are glass jars, right? These are not like little plastic pucks with stickers all over them. This is, it feels substantial. It feels beautiful. It's something that we hear from a lot of our customers that they display in their bathroom alongside their watch collection. And so the styling jars, they feel substantial. They feel heavy, almost like a fine watch would, right? And so that does ultimately relate to premium. But again, that clay itself, very, very premium. I'm going to put this down here. So let's move on to paste. So paste, also water soluble, but paste has a consistency similar to frosting, right? So let's see if we can do this again. Trying not to make this awkward, everybody. Okay, so paste spreads like a paste should, right? Paste is actually a soft hold product, and it has like a satin finish, like a low shine. The clay has no shine, right? Paste is one of those products that you can put in anybody's hair, wet, blow it out, and it's always going to turn out great. It's like the safe one. If you're not sure what to use in somebody's hair, use paste. It pretty much works for everybody. Now, paste is great, though, if somebody has curly texture, wavy texture, frizzy texture, or anytime you want to just like blow dry a shape into someone's hair, paste is going to work great for you. And again, I used my wet towel just to get that off my hands because it is also water soluble. And all of the styling products, clay, paste, pomade, and wax, which I'll introduce you to, those do have that original sweet tobacco scent, right? Let's move on to pomade, right? Pomade is one that is great for classic looks, high shine looks. If somebody's looking for like a gel alternative, gel isn't always cool for a lot of gents, right? Because a lot of gels are flaky and crunchy and rigid, and that doesn't work for everybody. So pomade is a medium hold, high shine product. And actually the product itself, hopefully everybody can see this, it just looks like a really thick gel, right? So we've got this like thick gel consistency, but it's very, very grippy. Okay, very grippy. Now, if you wanted to, I'm just going to wipe this off with a wet rag because it's water soluble. But if you wanted to add a little bit of water into the pomade, what happens is it'll become a gel. So this is a really versatile product, right? Put a little pomade in your palm, add a little water to it, instantly turns into gel. If you want to apply the pomade directly to wet hair and just push the hair back, it'll dry with like a wet look. And it'll still be kind of easily manipulated. You know, it's not going to have that like helmet hold or anything like that. If you wanted to comb it one way in the morning and then at the end of the day comb it in a different direction, you can do that with the pomade, and it'll have a nice level of hold and refining and smoothing all day long. And then for those gents who want that kind of classic old school grip grease feel, the pomade is great for that. You just apply it to the dry hair. A couple of little cocktailing and sequencing tips. If you're looking for a nice balance between like thickening, but also shaping and smoothing, mix the clay and the paste, equal parts, 50-50. Just put them together in your palms, run them through wet hair, blow it out. That is a really awesome blowout. And then obviously I gave you some tips on the pomade, but if you're looking for that also maybe that like thick, high piled pompadour, take the clay. In those areas where you want lift and fullness, and in the wet hair, apply the clay, just kind of get it in the hair, buff it in, buff it like you're buffing a shoe, blow it out, create that thick, full look, and then finish it with the pomade. And what'll happen is you have a nice, tight, high-piled pompadour. Okay, moving on to wax. Wax. Wax is a traditional dry wax, right? It is a product that is, there we go, high hold with a low sheen. I would describe this sheen as being like between the clay and the paste. So if clay has no shine and paste has satin finish, well, Wax is kind of in the middle of those two. And spread's really, really easy for a wax, right? Easy to manipulate. Not water soluble, even though I'm going to wipe it off with a wet rag. Shampoo soluble, and that's by intention. So the wax is our highest hold product. So it's something that's going to last all day in the hair. But our customers wanted something that was like sweat resistant. They're going to the gym, they're working out, but they still want their hair to look good at the end of the workout. Or maybe they just have an active lifestyle, or an active job. You know, they're outside, they're in the kind of external aggressions all the time in the environment, raining, sweating, humidity, all those things. And they just wanted their hairstyle to be able to resist those aggressions. And so wax is our highest hold product. So hopefully that helps you understand like what each pomade does, what each styling jar does, and then who might be the best match for those. And if you're looking to offer someone an opportunity to kind of seal the deal and just make sure that that hairstyle lasts all day, regardless of which pomade they use, 1821 hairspray is perfect for that. So the packaging of this, actually, if I just cut it off right there, this looks like an old school beer can, right? Beer cans 100 years ago, they were typically 3 pieces, right? They had a elevated shoulder, they had a wide mouth opening. So this is really meant to mimic the look and feel of an old school beer can. But ultimately, what is this? This is a flexible hold hairspray with a very low natural shine. It doesn't flake. It doesn't break the hair. It's not too rigid. It's not crunchy. It's brushable if you want to restyle it again the next day. And it gets stronger the more that you layer it. It is very fast drying and it has a very wide mist. So distance is the key with this one. You know, if you get too close, you'll have a nice concentrated amount of hairspray in one area. But once you get the distance out here, you'll realize that you're really kind of creating a layer of strength as the mist on this is really, really fine. Doubt you'd be able to see this. Let's try like this. Nah, not really showing off too well, but really, really fine. And again, great for somebody who wants their style to last all day long, or maybe somebody with finer thinning hair who's looking to kind of hide things and hope things don't blow around during the day. That's a lot of us that happens. Hairspray, you are out of here. Let's move on to beard and shave. Yeah. So this is a product called Shaving Glide. Now, Shaving Glide for me is it's a bit of a miracle of this product because it has so many benefits and so many uses. And if you're somebody who's really into taking care of their skin, you'll really appreciate all the benefits of this. Primarily, it's a shaving product. And shaving can be a very painful process for a lot of gents, you know, every day or however often they shave. There's so many different types of shaving, right? So many different tools that you can use, so many different looks that you can achieve. So let me just focus on how you use this, right? Now, this is a pre-shave, shave, and after-shave product all in one. What does that mean? That means if you're a professional and you are working, if you're shaving guests in the chair, you might typically use a pre-shave oil, and then you might use a hot towel, and then you might use a hot lather or a foam during the shave process, or maybe something clear. And then after, you might apply another product to hopefully soothe the skin. But a lot of times those aftershaves just kind of shock the skin, and it's like you get that like Home Alone moment where you're like, aha. This does not do that, but it does offer benefits for all those things. And so when you're using the Glide Shave Lotion as a pre-shave, basically you just apply the lotion all over. And let me see if I can do this here. All right. So apply the lotion. It comes out actually like a lotion. And then you'll notice that as I work it, it goes completely clear so that I can see through it. This is very, very slick surface, right? I'm going to get rid of it with just a wet towel because, again, it does come off with water. But now what you have is a product that you can apply before you do your shave service, or again, for the gentleman at home when they shave. Just apply it all over the beard and the skin to soften things. When things are softer, shaving is less aggressive. It's less aggressive on your skin. It's less aggressive on pulling. It's less aggressive on the razor. They will last longer. Great pre-shave product. I'm already taking in that spiced vanilla scent, which is like, I love this. Do you want to watch like 10 minutes of me sniffing myself? If you're into that, maybe for the next one. So pre-shave. So if you're using this during a service, apply it pre-shave, get everything soft, and then go ahead and throw your hot towel on and let that sit. When you're ready for the actual shave service itself, you're going to apply the Glide to the area that you want to be shaved. And again, you'll notice that as I manipulated it, it turned clear. So now you have a precision shaving product. So there's nothing obstructing your vision. You can see completely through the product. So nice, clean, tight lines, right? Nice, even sideburns, mustache, even on both sides. Precision shaving. Now, most of you during a service or even the gents at home, once they're done shaving, they'll want to rinse off all the little hairs and the bits. You don't have to rinse this product, but they will, just to get a nice clean surface. And so rinse it with water, get rid of all those little hair shavings. And then that kind of after shave process of redness and burning and irritation and all of those things are not fun for anybody who's shaving. And so this is a product that you can apply after that will give you, the aloe and the kukui and the jojoba and even the lupine protein, which helps with cellular renewal. When you apply this lotion to the skin after, it helps calm, soothe, heal, reduce redness. It even helps brighten the skin. Helps with ingrowns, helps make skin stronger over time as you use it. So you'll notice that if you're a lot of the time getting ingrown hairs or some sort of bumps and irritation, sometimes that's just because the skin is weak in those areas. And so a product like this helps with firming, which makes it all nice and strong. So as you're shaving on your next one or the one after that, you'll notice the skin gets stronger and less irritated. All right, Shaving Glide, moving you over here. So let's talk about products for beard, and I will start with the beard balm. Now, beard balm, I promise I'll get this spinny motion right at some point, but balm is a product that looks like a wax, right? Now, as you use the product, I don't think you can really see this melt, but just my body heat is melting the wax, okay? So looks like a wax, does have wax, because what balm is it's a nourishing, conditioning, styling product for beards. And so I think that balm is great for somebody who's got like a medium or a longer beard, or they have a lot of skin issues that really need something long lasting that can stay on the skin and help the skin. And what is this beyond wax? Well, it's just a blend of beautiful oils. So if you take some really nice oils and you put that together with beeswax, again, you got a product that's nourishing and hydrating and smoothing and defrizzing and taming and shaping. So balm is perfect for all those things. So if you've got somebody in your chair and they've got that kind of medium to long length beard and they're just looking for a way to keep it refined and keep it tight and well shaped, balm will be perfect for them. But just know that as they're using the product, it's keeping everything nourished and conditioned. And there's a nice dog rose oil, which is astringent and kind of helps the skin underneath. And having that kind of perfect environment helps with the growth cycle, right? So, so this is for those glorious beards who want their beard to be more glorious. Because I couldn't think of a word that's better than glorious. Now moving on to oil. Oil also for the beard, but has many other benefits, okay? And we will start with the Noble Oud version. Oh, one thing I didn't mention. Beard balm has that spiced vanilla scent. So let's start with the Noble Oud version of beard, hair, and skin oil. So a lot of function in this oil. You might immediately notice this kind of vintage motor oil can. Everything about this is like a throwback to the iconic Route 66 heritage, which goes back to Prohibition and running booze during that time. So this looks and feels like an old a motor oil can. And the oil itself is very, very thick. So here we go. Yep. So look at how thick this oil is. That was maybe way too much oil. Very, very thick oil, right? And so this is a blend of castor and argan and jojoba and many other beautiful oils. But if somebody applies this to their beard, they'll get detangling, they'll get smoothing, they'll get defrizzing, they'll get moisture, they'll get hydration, right? If they want to use this to apply to their hair, they can. You get smoothing, you get defrizzing, it helps reduce the blow dry time. And I feel like this actually makes my hair feel a little bit fuller. And I think it has to do with how thick that the oil is. Thicker oils tend to thicken hair, runnier oils tend to collapse hair. Also, if you're looking to add a little bit of smoothing and defrizzing to your favorite styling products, hopefully it's 1821, just add a little bit of oil into the styling products in your hand, work them together, apply to wet hair, and blow out. And that'll add smoothing and defrizzing and even nourishment to any styling product, okay? Now, lastly, body oils are trending really strong right now. So body oils are something that typically a little longer lasting than maybe a lotion. And since they're oil-based, you get a lot of nourishment in there. So what this does when you apply it to the skin is it gives you that kind of elasticity. The skin feels naturally supple. It feels smooth. It feels hydrated. It's not greasy. It's not overly shiny, except for tattoos. Really beautiful tattoo oil. When you apply this to tattooed skin, the ink just revitalizes. It gets really, really vibrant. And there are 2 scents in this product. There are the Noble Oud, which again is that kingly scent, and then the spiced vanilla, which again is that cozy scent. So everyone, that's it. That's the products that are available to you at Salon Centric. I hope that you enjoyed this run through and that you found it informative and helpful, and it kind of eases maybe any reluctancy that you might have to try or experiment with some of the products. I know that if you bring them in and you try them, that you'll love them, that your guests will love them. And there's plenty more to come from 1821. So we'll be doing a lot of education here in the future, centered upon cutting and business practices and techniques that you can use for helping your retention and referrals and your retail strategy. And maybe if you're a barber, we can introduce you to a different set of skills that can not only help you be quicker or more efficient, but really add some talent into your skill set. And if you're a cosmetologist, we can do the same thing for you. I tend to find that barbers and causes have 2 completely different educational sets. But if you confuse the 2, what happens is you get a person that's really, really versatile. And when you're versatile, you can really have a broad, diverse mix of clients. And ultimately, the broader and more diverse mix of clients that you can have, the more income opportunity that you have. And that's something that's really important for us to pass on to you, is an opportunity for how to grow your business. And whether that's creating more personal income for yourself, or driving more dollars into your salon, or treating your guests in a more premium, elevated way, 1821 definitely helps with that. Thank you everyone so much for all the comments. And to wrap this up, I'll see if there's a way to answer questions here in a moment. We are going to do a giveaway, okay? This is an empty box. That was supposed to be a full box. It's a little awkward, I'm going to be honest. But we do have a box that looks exactly like this. And what's in that box? Well, it's a sweet tobacco 18-ounce wash. It is a styling paste and a hairspray. So it has near $100 value, because there's also a couple other samples in there, right? There's even a sample of our beloved sweet tobacco spirits, which is the fragrance version of our sweet tobacco scent. Very well known, this product. But we'll be giving a couple of these away. What do you have to do? Is giveaway alert flashes along the bottom of this thing. Leave a comment, right? Leave a comment. Follow Salon Centric. Follow 1821 on Instagram, on Facebook, and we'll randomly pick a few winners. And so everyone, I really appreciate you. I'm so grateful for your time. I invited you to stop by your near Salon Centric store, get your nose on this, get your hands on this. I'm sure, like I said, that you'll love it. And let's see if I can stick around for a minute here and see if I have access to any questions. Not really seeing any questions. Either that means I don't know how to read questions, or maybe it was just good and there's not questions. I don't know. I leave that to you. Regina, great presentation. Thank you so much, Regina. I really appreciate you. It probably just looks like I'm staring at you right now, but I'm really just trying to read. Jacqueline with the cool emoji. Digging that. Thank you, Jacqueline. Steve, sweet tobacco is your favorite, but looking to try Noble Oud. Yes, Noble Oud is amazing. I have all of them in my shower, and depending on the mood or where I'm going, I alternate. Right? Will some of your guests do that? Yes, they will do that. People treat these products like they would a fine fragrance because that's how they're built. They're built like fine fragrances. And so someday you might be like, hey, I'm going out tonight. Let's go for the sweet tobacco. Or, you know, it's going to be a little chill tonight. We're going to that, like, we're going to the down low. And that's an underground speakeasy kind of vibe. I'm gonna sit back on my honeybee. I'm going to go for the spiced vanilla. Or, you know, special occasion, want to feel, you know, more like, again, that kind of nightlife, Knight, nightlife, that noble life, go for the Noble Oud. Bonnie, amazing products with great original masculine fragrances, very organized. Well, thank you so much. We try to be organized. We don't always do a good job of that, but we try. Deanne, I want to try this for my hubby. You can, and he can too. Yeah, really simple. Just visit a salon-centric store, and they'll get you all hooked up. And they have a team there that is really, really helpful and can answer all your questions, just in case I missed any. Gail, I have 2 little boys that love your pomade. Christmas presents here. Definitely. Actually, it's salon-centric. There's 2 gift sets, which I don't have to show you right here. But there are 2 gift sets that look like a book of good grooming. So you have a volume 1, which has the man-made wash and detox bar. Detox bar, great for oily, acne-prone skin. So I guess it depends on how little these guys are. Or we have volume 2, which, oh no, I'm sorry, volume 4, which is a man-made wash spiced vanilla with the spiced vanilla beard oil. So definitely not for little guys, unless they're like started growing a beard really young. But yeah, we do have some nice gift sets. Regina, again, can't wait to try on my guests. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the excitement. And thank you everyone so much for joining. I'm going to sign off. This is Aston, again, co-founder of 1821 Man-Made. Thank you so much, Salon Centric. Thank you all for joining, and I wish you the best. Cheers.